Yeah.
Look at this. Look at my back of my phone right now. Phone case. It's got a sticker on it.
Yeah, I kind of can. I'm trying to start the stream at the moment. Okay, now we're live. All right, welcome to the JG Sports Network podcast. Today we're live with Twitch streamer, you know her on NASCAR Heat as Frozentoes24, and then on iRacing as Eliza. So welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It's gonna be fun. Sounds like a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there any? So I know we've had a lot of questions tonight. I'm gonna let Kenny start it off because I know he definitely has a few that he wanted to really ask when he heard about this.
Okay.
Well, first question is, sorry, as I'm taking a drink out of my Dr. Pepper, and a Pepsi bottle. Don't ask why. What's it like? First question is, what do you like about NASCAR these days? Like, what made you become a fan?
Well, I was following Jeff Gordon. My dad. It started off as my dad and my uncles were racing. They race with like Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace, just back on like the little home tracks and whatnot. And so that honestly is what got me started. My dad was watching it, and we'd go to the races, we'd go to the dirt tracks. And so once I started following NASCAR, I followed Jeff Gordon, and that naturally obviously took over to Chase Elliott. So he's who I follow at the moment. But yeah, I just love the speed of it. I've done a couple of racing experiences, which have been an absolute blast. And the speed of it is just, man, the adrenaline, absolutely nuts. But it's fun. It's a fun sport, and I like to go fast.
I can definitely tell you, I personally love the sport of NASCAR as well as myself, as I grew up as a race fan too.
So who's your favorite driver?
Currently, as of right now, some people might say this is controversial, but I actually like Ross Chastain a lot as my favorite.
Okay. Do you think he's too aggressive, or? I mean, obviously not if you're a fan, so.
Yeah, I'd say he's definitely aggressive, but he's one of those guys that like he wants to win and do well, and I can't blame him for it.
It's true. It's true.
Best.
He's gonna make some enemies though.
Which he did.
That was pretty epic. I mean, that broke news like everywhere, so it got some much needed news for NASCAR and whatnot. But I'm glad he cannot do it again, because you don't want it to turn into like something crazy. But very cool to witness.
I mean, I'm an Alex Bowman fan, so I was happy when he had that big season where he won multiple races in 2021.
Races.
Yeah.
Hey, and not to mention his last win of the season at Martinsville, where he basically spun out Denny Hamlin in the corner, turn 4.
I got pissed off because I got salty and pissed off at that race because Hamlin stopped the burnout I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's true. That did happen, but like you can't blame Denny for being pissed because he's trying to go for a championship.
But at the same time, it made me want to jump inside the TV and pull him out of his car and beat the shit out of him.
Also, not to mention, here's the other thing: Bowman was not in the playoffs. Denny was trying to make the Final Four that year. What ended up happening in that Final Four?
Why do you think we winning it? Why do you think we call him Denny Hamster? That's why.
I've never even heard that. That's too funny.
People actually do call him. Okay, so another question is, what made you become a Twitch streamer?
Okay, so I made a club. I was one of the first clubs out there when Xbox introduced it. And I was like, I want to make a racing club. Like, why not? I loved racing, had a big group of friends doing it, so I made a club called Shake and Bake. And right? I know. I was like, this will probably go nowhere.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Now that you mention that, I don't know if anyone saw the announcement from Storehouse Racing this past day, a couple days ago.
She announced that earlier on her stream, and I seen it earlier. I actually have a picture of it.
Oh, did you really?
I'm excited for that. That's going to be freaking awesome. And I heard that they are going to say, what were they going to say? I totally forgot now. I said it on stream.
But... and bake.
Yeah, but they're going to say something else too, like slingshot engage is what they're going to say. They said if they're like around each other to do it, they're totally going to do it. That's
I
how.
could imagine that. They're up front, like third place, and they're slingshotting past Danny Hamster just for fun.
That'd be funny.
I mean, it would be amazing. But
Plus,
so
I could.
yeah, so I made the club, and the club blew up. I mean, I was getting like 100 members every single day, so it got
Oh,
pretty
wow.
popular pretty quick. And those members, I held lobbies to race with everyone and just have fun
Ooh.
with everyone, get to know everyone. They wanted
There you
to
go.
follow the races and said, you know what, you should stream. I'm like, I've never done it. I have no clue what I'm doing, but let's do it, because people wanted to follow if they couldn't race. So we did
True.
that. I got some admins. I made some leagues. So we had 8 seasons out on Xbox, and now we moved over to iRacing.
iRacing?
Yeah, but I also have IndyCar on Xbox. I also have F1 on Xbox. So
Hold
a lot
on.
of racing
There's
is always going
Wait,
on.
there's IndyCar on Xbox now?
Back when we're on Forza, so
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I also did it on iRacing too. We streamed for Traction and
Right.
did that whole thing. So it's been fun.
Have you ever thought about getting the SRX game and starting a league on there? Because I will say it is fun to do. I'm not gonna lie.
It is so much fun. Okay, I do not get on there enough. The time I have is not allowing it. But man, it is a really fun game. And so is Outlaw game. That's a really fun one also.
All right, I got another question. Do you watch YouTube by any chance? Well, this is not really a question. This is something personal I want to ask.
Do I watch YouTube? I mean, yeah. I'm not on there a ton, but yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you watch local short track racing, like asphalt?
I have caught races on there, and mostly I went to Lawrenceburg. I would go down the track there myself, but they're actually closing at the end of the season. So I'm
really?
pretty bummed about that. Yeah, they are. I don't know. The owners were like, we want to retire, so we're shutting her down.
I mean, they could have at least sold it to somebody else to keep it going. Okay. The reason why I say asphalt racing, you can ask Bloodhound, is because you can actually ask him yourself. Blood, do you want to tell her what I mean by asphalt racing?
Basically what he does for a living is he fixes up race cars. He's a mechanic for one of his local short tracks, and has a team that he works for too, and he has his own YouTube channel that pops with all them videos of short tracks with his GoPros he puts in cars, works on them day and night. Just
all
fun.
Right. Now you need to give me that, because I gotta check it out. What is it?
I'll actually give it to you right now. So my channel is called, well, give me a sec. I'll pull it up from my phone. So it's 3CT Fan, which, by the way, everyone go check it out on YouTube, because we're on the road to 400 subscribers right now on that channel.
And good thing we're
and what is it called? 3CT
Fan.
Okay.
And I did have a question.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
I did have a question for you as well, and this was the one that I was really wanting to know the most, is what made you come up with this Twitch name of yours?
Oh man, when I joined Xbox like forever ago, my feet are always freezing. I did not give myself this name. I was given that name, and they just put it in for me, and I'm like, whatever, no one's gonna care. I don't really know anyone on Xbox. I don't care. And then here we are. So everyone's always asking why the name? I'm like, oh god, I probably should have changed that a while ago, but but here we are. So yeah,
at least it's unique to you, and nobody else is gonna steal it. Yeah, so,
it is. No. But I have a lot of impersonators that you'll see out on Xbox that actually use that name. No. So if you see them, that is not the 24 at the end. It's not me, okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I play. So Blood was telling me you play NASCAR 5 a lot. Is that true?
I do. I don't as much as I used to. I literally used to live on that game almost daily, and now it's what?
How many championships have you won in the game mode on NASCAR 5?
On the game mode, I didn't do any career mode or anything. I was always public. I love racing with people. I love the competitive nature of it. So I was always doing leagues, tournaments. I stream for the 704 themselves, like off their website and stuff. They would have me stream there. So I was just I was just always doing something with the public, basically.
That's definitely pretty cool because I love NASCAR 5. Love this shit.
I do have a league.
It's an awesome game.
Oh fuck yeah!
There is something that I'm doing on YouTube about to start again. If you want to be a part of it, I run this. If you know what NR 2003 is, that sim NASCAR game, I make and export cars, and I have a series I run all the time, which is amazing.
Oh wow! Okay. What time? When do you guys run that?
Whenever I can get all the cars made, I have to have more drivers, but we have like 26 drivers now, and
the
way that our point system works is we don't have a point system until the playoffs, and the final transfer spot is not locked in until the final race, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
So that means the final transfer spot. Fun. Yeah, the transfer spot is always fought between the rest of the drivers for the rest of the season. So if you win, then your spot can be taken by the next winner unless somebody else wins that's already won, which is interesting. But I do want to ask this one question: is we heard you talking about football in the stream earlier, and you were talking about how you were a Bengals fan.
Oh no!
I know. Trust me, I know.
Here's the thing. At least they made the Super Bowl though. That's a good thing.
You know, don't even ask me about last season because that whole thing, the way that whole thing transpired. I mean, come on, guys. Like the refs were against them, and just so many crazy situations happened at the end of last season.
Basically, a bunch of bullshit happened. Let's just be honest.
Yes. The refs. You said it, not me, but I agree.
The refs
Can't
were
blame me. I like to curse a lot.
I will be honest. The refs were sucking the Chiefs' dick that whole time. I'm not gonna lie.
They were. They absolutely were. I mean,
okay, yeah, that's true. But also, not to mention, here's the fact: they got fucking Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce on the fucking Chiefs. Like, what are you gonna do about? What are you gonna do with that against that dynamic duo?
It's not really dynamic.
The Bengals were playing really good, though. They were competing out there.
Well, they were.
This season is starting off rough, though.
Yeah,
they were.
They're really good. They were really good last year, but now it's like this year they just fucking suck a bit.
Okay, but here's the thing. I said this like earlier in stream. They lost three games at the start of the season last season. Okay, we're already ahead of that. So hopefully they can take that momentum and keep playing how they need to play.
As we're talking, I just went on the internet to look up the record. Unfortunately, you're not gonna like this, but the Bengals are currently 1-2 right now.
I know.
So
I'm sorry to tell you that.
They were 0-3 last year, though. At the same time,
but they just won their game literally yesterday against the Rams, 19-16.
Wait a second, they beat the Rams, but they couldn't beat them in the Super Bowl. That's fucked up.
Yeah. So they lost by 3. They lost by 3 points to the Ravens, 27-24 the other day, September 17th.
But there's only
I know.
Again, they went by 3 points yesterday.
That's being a Bengals fan, man. When they are put under pressure, most of the time it does not work out well.
I will say
this is how it is.
The one game that surprised me this week was the 70-20 that the Dolphins put on the Broncos.
What is that?
Most of that was done by Tyreek Hill. I'm not gonna lie, it probably was done by Tyreek Hill only.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I'd be really embarrassed.
Man is literally a fucking beast. Fastest player in the fucking game right now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true. How do you guys feel about Joe Burr and how much he's getting paid?
I don't know. So I don't know how much he's getting paid, so I can't say anything. I don't know.
It's like $275 million. He gets paid millions. He gets paid millions just to sit on the bench. Even if he doesn't play, he gets paid millions.
I mean, to me, he's. I can't say he's overrated, more underrated because people don't get to see the potential he has. People think he's bad, which he's underrated by a lot of people.
Really fucking good. Like he's honestly
really good.
I like how the faculty just like we're not asking questions, and I don't care about questions anymore. We're just talking about football, and I like it.
And NASCAR.
And NASCAR too, yeah. So
True.
I don't think it really matters. I think it's just like a session to talk about stuff, you know.
And Eliza, if you ever want to join the podcast again, we're more than welcome to have you whenever you're wanting to.
I appreciate that. For sure.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, definitely, it'd be fun.
But I will say, the Bengals are way better than the Cowboys right now. Well, no, I mean Cowboys are two. Cowboys are 2-1. We were supposed to be 3. I was going in and saying we were going to be 3-0. I'm like, yes, the Cardinals suck. They've lost 2 games. The Cowboys have won 2. I'm like, this is our chance. Then they sell the whole game. I get salty as fuck, and I go run to match 23 and crush them.
So does everyone want to know what the standings are right now as we speak? Because I have it pulled up.
Okay. Yeah.
So as of right now, in the east side of the American AFC, Miami is up 3-0 in the standings. Buffalo is second with 2-1. New England is 1-2, tied with the Jets 1-2. Which, by the way, question: what's the how's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers' injury being out for the season?
Wait, he's out for the season already?
Yeah, because he tore ACL.
Oh.
So did Trayvon Diggs. He's out for the rest of the season for the Cowboys. Fucking hell.
Sucker.
Hey, you can't say shit. Hey, you can't say shit. You're a Bucs fan. We retired Tom Brady.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm a bandwagon, so I'm a Patriot. Well, I grew up in New England, so I'm a Patriot fan, and I like the Bucs. So can't blame me for that. Anyways, in the north side, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-1. What's a 3-way tie for first? Actually,
it's only because Tom Brady.
Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, all 2-1, and the Bengals, unfortunately, 1-2.
When it comes to the NFC East, don't say it because I know you're gonna fucking say the Eagles. It's gonna piss me off.
In the South Side, Indianapolis Colts 2-1, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans, all 1-2, tied for second. And then in the West Side, Kansas City Chiefs 2-1, Las Vegas Raiders and the Chargers 1-2. And rounding out the final spot, Denver Broncos fans. Sorry to be for you guys. You guys are 0-3 right now. You guys are terrible this year with Russell Wilson.
Russell
Westbrook
isn't he a fucking basketball player?
Yes. Okay. Into the national side of the football league. I'm sorry you're gonna hear this, dude. In the east side, the Philadelphia Eagles 3-0.
Cowboys are second though.
Tied for second actually.
What?
Tied for second right now in the East is the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. At last, New York Giants 1-2. In the North Side, the Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lion fans, get hyped for this. Wow. You are tied for first place right now. They're both 2-1. Well, this is surprising. Minnesota and Chicago tied for last place, 0-3 right now.
They would have. Okay, here's the thing I have to say about that. Vikings would have won on Sunday had they not thrown the interception in the end zone with 3 seconds left to go in the game.
It's true. That was stupid of y'all. I'm sorry to say it, but that's stupid as fuck. How do you fucking do that?
Hope you don't mind the whole cussing thing. It kind of happens sometimes. Mostly with him.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Anyways, to the south side, it is a 3-way tie for first. And Falcon fans, please get hyped up for right now. We're tied with the Saints and Buccaneers, my boys, 2-1. Last place right now is the Carolina Panthers, 0-3. Into the west side, San Francisco Giant fans, hype up right now. You guys are 3-0. Seattle Seahawks 2-1. And last place, tied for last place, Los Angeles Rams, Arizona Cardinals. Unfortunately, where did the Cardinals get that one win? I'm sorry, bud. It was against your boys. It was against the Dallas Cowboys.
I know this may sound like an excuse, but because y'all probably say this is an excuse, but if we would have had Trayvon Diggs, it would have been different.
Probably. But
we didn't have our cornerback. We had Stephon Gilmore. That was it.
However, enough of football. Let's go into the NASCAR bracket real quick. Thoughts on the playoffs this year so far?
Sucks because Bowman's not in it.
Sucks because Elliott's not in it. So who do you think is going to go for the Final Four?
I got Byron, honestly. I got William fucking Byron being in. I probably got William Byron, Denny Hamlin. I think Chris Buescher will make it. I think Buescher will make it.
I think Ross Chastain is going to make. I think Chastain will make it.
I think the way that 17 team has and the 6 team have been running this year, I feel they have a real good chance of making it in.
Brad hasn't won a race though. He's been consistent.
I know, but that's
winning.
Yeah. But Brad, here's the thing about Brad. Brad, if you all saw the Daytona July race, Brad pushed the hell out of Buescher to win it. 1-2 finish for RFK. Chris Buescher, I think, is having the best season of his NASCAR Cup career in general. 3 wins on the year.
Right. And they're all together, basically.
Exactly. They're very close in points.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that July race, Bowman and Chase Elliott, you knew they weren't going to work together because they were fighting for that last transfer spot.
Absolutely. Right. They had no choice.
But Bowman gave Chase the big push.
So as we go into the standings right now, is Byron, Hamlin, Buescher, Bell, Truex, Chastain, Keselowski, Larson, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Busch fighting for that last spot.
Okay, I'm sorry to say it, but Bubba Wallace is not making it to the round of 8. I'm sorry, but it's not going. So I feel like
with 2 races left.
I feel like he's improving, but I don't know if he'll make it. He's definitely improving, though.
I don't know about this, but it's going to take a Hail Mary for any of these 4 guys that's in the elimination spot to win. Because remember, Talladega is coming up next. I think it's Talladega this week.
But think about it. Christopher Bell has a chance. He is good. He's won races this season. He's just as good as William Byron.
One race. That's it. He's won 1 race this year, and that was the Bristol Dirt Race. That team has been inconsistent all year. Let's think about that for a minute. Very inconsistent on pit road. That's the problem.
I think Byron will take the championship. He's good at Phoenix. He's got 6 wins. He won Phoenix earlier this year, so when Hendrick is on it for him, I mean, they're on it. So I think he's got a good shot.
By the way, now that brings me to this interesting fact. If anyone knows this past weekend at Texas, Hendrick Motorsports is the all-time manufactured team win with 300 wins as an organization in the NASCAR Cup Series.
And didn't they
win the last? Special.
Didn't they win the last 3? Hasn't Hendrick won the last 3 championships too?
Yes. In fact,
I guess they did.
No. I'm sorry. Last year, Joey Logano snapped that streak.
Right. Okay.
And I will say,
in the last 2 years before that, Larson 2021, Chase Elliott 2020.
Right.
I will say this: my favorite race of all Hendrick Motorsports races was Dover in 2021, where Bowman would win. It would be the Hendrick 1, 2, 3, 4 finish. That was special.
Yeah.
That is special.
That was pretty insane.
It's cool. And if we now, I don't know if you heard the news today or not, if the Xfinity Series side, Junior Motorsports has announced who's replacing Josh Berry next year in the 8 car.
Who's that?
If everybody who knows Sammy Smith will drive the 8 car with sponsorship from Financial Pilot. Old sponsor Junior Motorsports when they sponsored Michael Annett for a number of years. So, as a rookie this year, with 1 win of the season at Phoenix early in the season, Sammy Smith will leave from Joe Gibbs Racing, the 18 car, to go drive for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the 8 car next year. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, that is pretty cool.
However, it is a loss for Joe Gibbs Racing because as of now, all 3 of their Xfinity cars are open seats for next year.
I think we could see. I think one driver that I think can come down, and he's been 2 drivers I think that can come down to the Xfinity Series. Carson Hocevar being one. Haley Deegan is a stretch, but I think she could do it. She's not very bad.
He said
she's not very bad.
Hey,
decent.
she's my favorite Truck Series driver. I emailed her today trying to get her on this podcast, literally for
Yeah.
so long. I don't think she's gonna reply though.
Yeah, she's tough to get a hold of.
I'm trying to get a hold of a few different NASCAR drivers. We have a NASCAR driver, former NASCAR driver Stephen Lynch, coming onto the podcast this Thursday. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. One of my friends, he's a good friend of mine. I raced with him actually on Xbox in a league together. Actually, let's just say that man is very good at league racing. Very fucking good. Probably one of the best league racers I've probably ever seen. Like he knows how to set up a car. He knows how to do it. He's very good at that.
What's his gamer tag, if you don't mind?
I have to go on my Xbox and I'll find it and I'll let you know. Because I've not been playing Xbox that much. Because Blood said earlier, I work on race cars, local race cars for a living outside of this.
I mean, that's like you eat, breathe, live. That's how that type of thing goes.
Yeah, literally is like my life and long dream to get behind the wheel of a race car.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I waited 16 years for this shit. I'm only 20.
Really? That's freaking awesome.
20 years old. You. I found his name, but I found it by the way if you want it.
Yeah.
So it's the first part of it's all capital. Everything is capital. So it's literally S Lich, which is LEICHT 1987. It has a cheetah as a profile pic.
He drives in real life, right? Because I know that name.
Used to,
yeah. Yeah.
Used to drive. Well, he drove for Carl Long and NBM Motorsports. In a couple starts with them, and his only really full season in the Busch Series, well, back then it was called the Busch Series, was 2007 with Robert Yates Racing and the 90 City Financial Ford Fusion, where he won at Kentucky for his one and only Busch win.
Oh, wow.
And he was the 2012 NASCAR Cup Series Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
I have an unsponsored
crazy.
33 car for partially owned Richard Childress Racing, but also owned by Joe Fuck. Now
I haven't raced with him in a league race, but I know he's really good in like the lobbies that I've been in with him.
He's very friendly though. He really is friendly.
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys you actually would want to meet outside of NASCAR. Any of that stuff. He's super. He will literally talk to you about anything. Like he's really that type of person who'll be like, if you want to talk about racing, let's talk racing. I don't mind.
Right.
That's but cool. He can be like. Sometimes he'll be an asshole. He's in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Which you don't want guys. I mean, that's true. Let's be honest.
You when you rage.
You. Fuck you on that.
The one finger salute right there.
Hashtag prayers for Kenny on Madden 23. Every time we play Madden 23, I'm having to drop a hashtag called prayers for Kenny because I'm just hoping that he can make it through without one rage session.
Oh, fuck
That's too funny.
Dude. Oh, fuck you on that, dude.
Hey, if you ever tried to play Madden 23 with us, my fiance actually does play Madden with me. She has beaten me multiple times, and it burns. When a girl beats you, it burns.
Sucker.
See, I'd be the biggest button masher. I wouldn't even know what's going on. Like I'd just be popping Hail Marys constantly.
That's what I try to do to her, but she picks them off, and once she took it back for 2 pick sixes in the first half.
I wonder why. Because you're an idiot. Because you fucking do that dumb shit, and that's what's gonna happen.
Gotta take advantage, right?
You can't do that. Like if you throw like a Hail Mary like that, they're gonna pick it off.
But you didn't hear this. You didn't hear this part. She gets mad at me because I hit sticker. I pop her with fumbles. I hit sticker all the time. It's not good.
Oh yeah, you did to me a couple times in our Super Bowl matches we played. So we play each other twice in Madden. Or I'm 1-1 and he's 1-1 as well. I kicked his ass. I beat him in a Super Bowl as the Cleveland Browns to win the championship.
So like the 70-20 type of situation, or hopefully not that bad.
She sent them to me and D.
No, it was pretty close.
Well, that's good at least.
It was close. It was definitely a close game, but I managed to persevere and say, fuck you on that. I take this W, bitch. It's like, this is my Super Bowl championship. You're not winning this, motherfucker. It ain't happening. I was staying quiet.
He was focused as shit. But I do want to ask, do you watch WWE at all? Eliza, do you watch WWE wrestling at all?
I don't, but I did like a whole thing for 704 once again where I trained Liv Morgan, who's a wrestler. So I got to hang out with her for like an entire day, just chilling and training her, and she is so much fun. But no, I do not watch a lot of wrestling, actually, any at all. But
you still talk to Liv Morgan to this day?
No, you know what? She's hard to get a hold of too, but I know she follows me on Twitter. I'll like her stuff. Like I'll comment on it, like, hey, that's awesome. I know she just got like what do you even call that? Like a championship? I don't know. She got the belt thing. What is that?
She won the SmackDown Championship tag team titles.
Yeah, there you go. It's freaking awesome.
When she cashed in on Ronda Rousey last year, I think it was at what, SummerSlam probably?
Yeah, I think
or
so.
Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
And
no, Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
If you could, if at any point, would you see if you could tell her, like DM her about our podcast to see if she'd ever want to be part of it one day?
I'd be fucking sick.
I can try. Like I've tried to get her to do one of my things. She was like, I'm all for it. And then I think it was just too much for her, so she couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
All right.
I can definitely try, but I gotta go. But it was so fun hanging out with you guys tonight.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Feel free to come back anytime.
Yeah,
right,
please
sounds
do.
Good. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys too. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Deuces.
Well, guys, this stream's going well. I will say she was very fun to talk to, and she does know a lot about sports. So does my girlfriend, fiance, who knows a lot more about sports somewhat than I do. For some things, like I can learn a lot more about volleyball and softball and fucking. But here's the thing: I want to take you back to last year. She took me bowling for the first time in my life, and I went.
And I was bowling?
Like, I said, okay, I'm good at these games online. I'm pretty sure I can beat you.
You've never been bowling in your fucking life until last year? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, let me tell you this. So she took me bowling. I'm like, okay.
Have a good reason.
I said I play bowling on the phone. I play Bowling King, so I think I can beat you. And and the second I get a hold of that ball, I'm shooting gutter balls the entire fucking time. She's laughing, and she's getting like fucking spares and knocking over pins. I remember the only amount of pins I knocked over.
That's what you get, fucker.
And then she had the decency to ask me, "Do you think we should put up the gutter lines so you can actually hit something?" I'm like, no. So this whole time,
take the old fashioned beating like a man, bitch. That's literally what she's doing.
So she's literally knocking down pins, gloating about it, and here I am still shooting gutter balls for an hour and a half.
God.
Until I knock over some pins. One lucky pin got knocked over, and the rest were up.
Oh my god.
And then
I can't believe this shit.
And then she knocks over like 5 or 6 pins, and she has a split, and that fucker gets it. My mouth is at that point, my jaw is officially dropped to the ground, and I have no words, like literally no words. This goes to show you that I can't.
You never turn your camera on at all during this interview with her.
I did not realize either.
Yeah, until now you just realize now. God damn, dude.
But yeah,
God damn it, Blood.
Oh, I want to be honest about something, and I really feel like this is going to happen. But
Oh God, here we
I
go.
do feel like Christopher Bell is going to make it into the championship four because he may not be a top tier of Joe Gibbs Racing, but he's definitely one of the good playoff contenders who can do something in
Well,
this
yeah,
playoff.
he is. I mean, yeah, for one fact is yes, Christopher Bell could make the Final Four. It's a possibility, but the one thing that has plagued him all season long is fucking pit road mistakes. That's the problem with that team. It just changed crews with Ty Gibbs's crew, but it doesn't. But the beginning of the season, throughout the year, has definitely not been good. One win of the season, Bristol Dirt. That was it. They were consistently fast all that race. That was it. After that, it's been struggle. They've had good speed. They really do. They've won a lot of poles this season. But again, it all comes down to execution on pit road. The pit road this year has not been good.
I mean, of course, I know the one lug nut for the next gen cars, that's a difference, and it makes pit stops faster. But how are pit stops going to be faster when there's so many mistakes making them slower at the same time?
But yeah, but remember, these guys, pit road guys do make a lot of mistakes. They can do that. We've seen it before with Bubba Walls last year. 2311 Racing's pit crew, the 23 guys, they made a whole bunch of mistakes, and everyone has seen this. If you listen to Bubba's radio, you can tell how pissed off he gets about it.
Not that I care what he thinks. That's just me. I'm not I am not a fan of Bubba Wallace at all. It's not that it's
It's
not the way he
because he's
races.
black.
No. It's not because he's black. It's because of the way he treats people, the way he acts towards people. He acts like a complete and utter douche sometimes, and it's it's not respected around the NASCAR community. As a fan of myself of NASCAR, it really pisses a lot of people off, in my opinion. I think so. It's
Yeah,
nothing against his team. Their team's great. It's just
no.
he just needs to be more respectful to people, and maybe he'd have a little more fans and not getting booed every week.
Not to mention, if everyone remembers back in 2020 when he was driving for Richard Petty Motorsports, does everyone remember the Talladega bullshit that happened in the spring
with the
race?
with the noose.
Yeah, the racist bullshit that was going on.
Yeah, and I don't like that because the way NASCAR was before that happened, it was great. We had a bigger fan base in NASCAR, and now it's starting to lessen because of that whole situation. Nobody's wanting to watch anymore, and I don't blame them.
Oh,
It's kind of like say the whole Colin Kaepernick. It's like the whole Colin Kaepernick kneeling for the national anthem in the NFL. Nobody wants him anymore. There's guidelines, and it's disrespectful. And there's so many things in different sports that's so disrespectful that not a lot of people really pay attention to. And I'll tell you this: you'll never see the Cowboys kneeling for the national anthem. Jerry Jones has already said, if
no.
you kneel for the national anthem, you're getting cut, and which I feel like is right because it's all these soldiers are fighting for your freedom and risking their lives to protect this country, and the least you could do is honor them by standing for the national anthem.
Exactly, but players are like, they be like, no, I don't want it. And I can't blame them, but reality also can't either.
I mean, it's freedom of
Because remember,
speech. It's freedom of speech and everything, but at the same time,
yeah,
you got to respect the rules, though. You got to respect people.
and I mean, I speak this at the racetrack for everybody because we have national anthems before we go racing. The rule when you're at a racetrack, you want to take your hat off. Obviously, when we're singing the national anthem, in respect to the fallen heroes of our country and the people that serve us every day. And there's guys that are there that don't take their hats off. Like, that's just disrespect. Like, I don't fucking like that. Like, I feel like it's fucking stupid. But you have crew members like myself that we don't stop what we're doing. If we're fixing a race car that got destroyed during the national anthem, we can't stop. We gotta keep going. We have to get the car ready. If that happens. If we don't get wrecked, we'll stop what we're doing. We'll stop. We'll take our hats off and do the national anthem. But
which
for
is
us,
understandable. It's understandable though.
yeah. But people don't get that. Look at us local short track guys, like myself. We go to the racetrack. We bust our asses off every week during the weekdays to get ready to race. We run Wednesday shows in the middle of the week. We don't have a lot of time to get prepared. We don't have a lot of time. You have to be like we have to get the day off from work, get enough money to leave about $2,000 just
How
to
many
do it.
for $2,000?
Fuel and tires.
How many stacks of tires do you get, and how much fuel do you get for that $2,000?
14 for a set of tires is like fucking $800. One set of tires, $800.
How much?
So
How many? Okay, go
we're
ahead.
buying 2 sets of tires. It's $16,000. 1,600. So what we do with that other 400? We buy fuel, 14.75 per gallon. Sometimes we be spending over like $3,000 just to make it even. We'll spend $3,000 on gas, 1,600 for tires.
And how long are the races normally too? Does it depend? Does it vary?
I mean, it depends. Like what if we're like if it's like extra distance, like say like 35 laps for extra money, it's different. But usually it's around 20 to 25 laps for us on a weekly basis. On a Saturday show, for like I say, I work on different race cars. I work on different cars. For me, it's different. So for one car I work on, SK Modifieds. For those who don't know what SK Modified is, that's understandable. It's basically like this behind me, right here. A tire like that. These are Hoosier tires. We race these on asphalt. You see them on dirt all the time. If you're a dirt fan, you know what a Hoosier tire will look like on dirt. Asphalt tires, it's different.
When it comes to different kind of racing styles, dirt really seems to be the one that's the hardest to race because of one, you're having to drift around these corners. Two, the feel of the track is different from the asphalt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Three, you got to have the right tires and the right team, right setup just to run that kind of race. So
absolutely, it's the biggest difference ever. So go from an asphalt car. Let's say like this. I put a street stock tire on it. Street stocks is completely different. They have grip. When the track goes from daytime to nighttime, it's a big difference. There's a big difference in setup wise, because you have to adjust for the nighttime because you don't know what the car is going to do. Your car will either be tight or loose in the corners. Yeah, you'll be drifting off the corners. Like as soon as you come out of corner exit, you'll be drifting out of that corner. You're trying to keep off the other guys. You're trying to like be side by side and not wreck people. Obviously, we see wrecks all the time. So there are guys that will be loose as hell in the corners.
One thing I didn't ask you the other day was, what have you learned around the racetrack and everything that you could tell other people? Like, what have you learned these past few years that could tell you?
Okay, so definitely one thing is do not get into a fight. I promise you that if you get into a fight, anyone there, they're gonna fucking arrest you. Like people fight. Not yet, thankfully, if not. I've been faithful enough not to be part of a fight. People don't know this. For me, I'm the man for when I say this, and I mean this with due respect to everybody at the track, I'm the man in the middle of that place. I know everybody there. I talk to everybody. I talk with them. I have a good chat with them. Everybody knows this. They know one thing I'm there to do. I film. Everyone knows this. I have a YouTube channel. They know I'm here to film. They know I'm here to get good content. I'm not here for drama and bullshit that I hear it happens.
My girlfriend's fucking Hercules. Holy shit. She just lifted a whole mattress by her fucking self. I'm scared.
That's pretty impressive. Should be. Should be, motherfucker.
Anyways, you were saying.
But like I said, I know everyone there. I know the drivers very well. I talk to them all the time while I'm there. I talk with them. I just enjoy talking with them. They just literally have just give me good feedback about their cars. Like, I love watching them. They put on badass shows every week. Dude, I'm telling you this right now. SK Modifieds, fastest race cars we have in the Connecticut area. Fastest cars. These guys are barely lifting the corners. They're barely hitting the brakes. If you watch Division, and the reason why I picked them is because they literally have the biggest car count. Usually it's about 20 to 25 cars every fucking week.
All right.
These guys were like half the field could fucking win a race, honestly, by far. These guys are talented. These guys are fucking good. Like, they have respect. They give respect out there. Some guys don't, because some guys are just fucking idiots. They don't belong out in a race car. But they have money and sponsors. Right. But why I pick Street Stocks? Dude, honestly, they just put on good shows. It's just fun to watch. As a fan, as a member of a team, I love watching these guys every week. The worst series, however, I hate the most, and I'm sorry to the kids out there that are watching this, but I gotta tell you this, fucking Bandoleros just fucking suck ass. It's just stupid as hell. There's literally like 3 cars every fucking week.
I was about to ask how they suck in your opinion, but you already answered that just now, so I don't have to.
3 cars. Yeah. 3 cars every week. 1 car is the fastest every week, wins every fucking race. The other 2 just fight for the second and third spot. It's just like, it's just fucking stupid. Like, there's no need for this. No need for it. Like, bring a Saturday division. Like, bring the fucking mini stocks to the Wednesday show. They'll put on a good show. They'll bring people out there. Bring them out. Rotate every week. Bring a Saturday division every fucking week to a Wednesday show during the year, and it'll bring good people out. Like, compared to a Saturday show to a Wednesday show, I know. Yes, I understand people work during the week. I get that. During the summertime, you get people on the weekends. You know how many people show up on a weekend, dude?
How many?
Like, we get over like 1,000 people. 1,000 people show up. How much do you think we get on a Wednesday show? You want to take a big guess? Because it's a big difference.
I'm gonna say not. I'm gonna say not very many as the other one.
100. You get 100
right.
people. That's it. Big fucking difference. 900 people compared to, it's a 900 people difference. Why? Because because there's not many cars that show up. The biggest bring out is the Super X car division and the X car division. These cars bring out over 30 cars every fucking week. Legend cars bring out 9, Bandos bring out 3. That's it. And then you have a special division that comes out. They bring out very old race cars, modifieds. We call them the outlaw modifieds. Is what we call them. They come out, they race, and there's usually 4 of them. 4. That's it. Fucking difference. It's stupid as fucking hell. But I can't complain about it because it keeps me busy during the summer. It does. It keeps me busy. I can't really complain about it. I like going there. It's the prices is a big difference. For a Wednesday show to get in the pits, it's $25. For the grandstands, $12 on a Wednesday show. Saturday shows, $40 for the pits, $22 for the stands. You can tell the difference in that pricing right there alone. But the reason why it's like that is because the Saturday show has more cars, more drivers, better teams, better payouts for them. Wednesday shows, barely any superstars being formed. Well, I take that back. Actually, we have a couple guys that are doing their superstars, and that are right in the divisions.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and I'm gonna restart it with another one for me and you. If Ren wants to, this time I'm gonna talk video game wise with you because I feel like there's some video